All right, and we are back. Feels like it's been a while, huh? But we're back with another one. I'm a little mad at this attempt at a Mr. Terrific. I think it's mainly just the eyes are real wide apart. It's like the biggest thing. All right, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope you've been having a good time. I certainly rested up a lot this weekend. Or maybe that's not even true. I did a lot of stuff. I just I didn't draw a lot. So the way we spin that to be positive is we say we rested up. The way we don't get sad about not drawing enough is by saying we rested up. Now I'm fiery and ready to get back going. That's the idea. Mr. Terrific. We're still going to be doing faces for the foreseeable future. All right. Stylization on these guys is like okay. I don't feel like I'm going simple enough with these faces. I think I'm still overcomplicating. And I'm like, where does that lie? I mean, it's probably fine. It just feels like I'm doing a little bit too much. And definitely that was, but hey. Finished Oppenheimer. Good movie, great movie. Enjoyed that one. Good acting, interesting, sort of emotional moments to explore. And then I watched Green Book as well. I guess because I didn't do Barbenheimer, but maybe I still needed something uplifting. On top of that one, Green Book was great. Very much like a Jacob sort of movie. Feel good. Everybody wins. Hello, hello, Quag. How you doing? Yeah, but Green Book very much like a Jacob sort of movie. Everybody's happy. Feel good. Happy endings. It's nice, it's nice. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. How are we? We're good, we're good. Just getting back in the swing. Heading in the right direction? Dude, who the fuck knows? Who knows? You never know. You just keep going and then... What do they say? Trust the process? So like, most likely. We're practicing. Just wanted to make a pun. I see. I see. And I completely missed it. Fuck! Fuck! Completely missed your pun. I don't deserve to be your streamer. What's with... Why is this happening? Why are all my lines shaky all of a sudden? It's the pen. Why is this one so much better? It's got less stabilization than the one that I like. That's crazy. The stealth pun is the most powerful. Okay, I see, I see. Yeah, actually, you got what you wanted. If you missed a pun, that means you're good. That means you're like a healthy, sane individual. Interesting take. Interesting take. Yeah, I'll get rid of this one. It's not helpful anymore. You only dislike puns if someone is a little too into it. I only like puns if someone's a little too into it. I only like puns if after someone says them, they go, ah? Ah? See what I did there? Yo, Drago, yo. How we doing? You've met that archetype a few times where the dude is just constantly trying to think of puns. I've got bad news for you. But I show restraint. I keep them in. Like a sneeze. Like a sneeze you don't want to let out. You sort of you let it explode inwards. Doing well, how am I doing? Doing good, doing good. My draw this in your style is getting submissions, which is very cool. I think we have 5 now. Or at the very least, I think we will have 5. So there's enough people to give prizes to. Which was kind of the biggest concern is, will there even be enough participants that I get to do the 5 commissions for the winners? Five people's crazy. It's like a family. It's so many. It's like as many as I have fingers on a hand. That's insane. I can barely count them. It's like, it's because I wanted it to be like a segment on the stream for a while. That I'm just like drawing somebody else's character. So actually, it's part of my selfish scheme to improve the stream content. And then it was a nice way to like source them. I have 2 hands? Yeah. But 10 that's a crazy amount. That's like an extended family of people. And that's like an extended family amount of people. Imagine if you could draw with both hands at once. Dude, that's so fun. I did that for a little while for fun. There's like there's this guy, Karl Kapinski, who's like a virtuosic draftsman. And he does that where he'll draw a piece, he'll do a drawing with like a black ink in his dominant hand, and then he'll have like a gray tone, like an ink wash in his non-dominant hand. And so he'll do like the ink lines he's certain about, and then he'll do non-dominant hand wash tone for like shadow shapes and stuff. And then those shadow shapes will help him place the next lines with the other hand, and it looks crazy. It looks like so much fun. He does that, and then sometimes he does like symmetrical drawings. with both hands. But the cool one is the one where he just adds the easy information, the less important, doesn't have to be as on point, but will also help you figure out the drawing information. He does that with his non-dominant hand, and then he refines with his dominant hand. I did that for a little bit when studying some mannequinization. I would do like the outlines with my left hand and then do the contour lines with my right hand. That was fun. When he draws digitally, he uses his feet for the keyboard shortcuts. Yeah. It's like a full body exercise for him. It's pretty cool. It's a little gimmicky, but it's also a fun experience. Like, I had fun doing that, and anytime you can find some more fun in art, that's like gains. Cool. This one's like fine. I won't dwell on it. Fun in art is a W. Exactly. Because it makes you do it more, and if you do it more, then you get better, and if you're better, then that's what we're trying to do. That's the entire loop. That's the entire point. It's kind of hard to tell from this image where like mask ends and face begins. It might be like completely intentional, but it's it's annoying for drawing him. All right. Mr. Terrific. Somebody picked their own superhero name. Which I guess you kind of have to if you like yeah. It's that or the public, right? You do or the public picks your superhero name. Just depends on how good your PR is. If you can get the message out before they decide on something. New Doja Cat album is like decent. I'm hella biased. I'm generally a Doja Cat enjoyer as well. It's not like the greatest album the world has ever seen, but it's fine. It's a fun listen. All right, let's move the F on. This lady. Whoops. And then I finally saw Get Out as well. I'm not like a big horror slash thrill seeker when it comes to movies, so it took a while, but it's like it's enough of like a cultural touchstone, like a pop cultural touchstone, that I felt like I kind of had to. So I read the plot first, and then I was like, okay, fine, I can do that. Pretty good strat if you don't like horror. If you want to make like a horror movie fine to watch. There's also low volume. Low volume is a good strat. Reading the plot is a good strat. It's more frontal, not that much from the side. There we go. Trying to emphasize simple curves, trying to emphasize those rhythms we talked about. I think there's space for a little bit of asymmetry in this mouth. So we'll try it. Is it hard to capture like the nuances of facial expressions? Yes. You imagine that's the focus after the nuts and bolts. Yeah, so there's like off the dome, there's like three things that are like super tough in faces. And you like, first up is structure, right? Is everything is in perspective? Is it placed right in relation to the other features of the face? Like, are the lines that connect the eyes and the nose and the mouth straight, and are they spaced equally on either side of the face? once you have structure, it's kind of two things that happen at the same time, I'd say. Or I guess, well, the next thing that I wanted to talk about, at least, that's hard, is likeness. Likeness is kind of like, and I'm often like, take it or leave it. At least when I'm doing like, more realistic references. I don't go for like full complete likeness because that's really hard to do and requires just like the most minute, correct spacings between features. But you always go for some sort of likeness, right? And I always go for typically go for an exaggerated likeness. Unless of course I'm drawing something from a video game, like a character model, it needs to be spot on. And then you have like expression. Which is the acting good? Does it feel like their expression is the emotion that you're trying to portray? Structure is also like angles, which angles are a bitch, right? That's really tough. Likeness can also be, we can lump in like exaggeration, stylization, though that also happens with expression, right? Anyway, after the structure bit, these two are the big battle. And then you said, is it hard to capture like the subtleties and the nuances of an expression? I'd say so. I care less about, like, me personally, I care less about subtleties and more about like overall feeling. So getting the exact subtlety of like I guess I think of it this way. You pick certain subtleties that really communicate the expression, and then you emphasize those. So I'm also concerned with the subtleties, but I'm concerned with specific ones, and then I try to +1 them. Yeah, I like studying anatomy. That's a big art interest for me. I like drawing, and specifically I like drawing people. So anatomy is one of like, you know, I like drawing people because I like anatomy. I like studying anatomy because I like drawing people. Who doesn't like studying anatomy? I don't know, like environment artists don't like studying anatomy, typically. I imagine that's part of why they are environment artists. Also a lot of people, because it's like, it can be like quite a rigorous learning by heart type of study. A lot of people just don't mess with that much. But since I am a character artist, and since I like drawing people, or because I like studying anatomy, I like drawing people, either way, yes, I'm one of those people who like studying anatomy. Got disconnected there. Did that happen to everyone? I don't, either way, you'll now have to go to school. All right, Drago. Have a good one. See you around. What's in your end? All right. I'm good. Thanks. Thanks. Flips hair that I don't have. Blushes. Posts. Aw, stop it, you meme from 10 years ago. See some more posters? I mean, sure. I don't think I'll Those lips are way exaggerated. Yes, they are. They are. I tend to like that. Oh, Darmadom, have you heard McKinley Dixon? That's one of my favorite jazz rappers. I think my favorite of his, like my favorite album is still Beloved Paradise Jazz. I think the new one is called Magic Alive. Nah, music is music. Yeah. But I still like the first one better. It's more accessible. That's what it is. The first one is more accessible. It's good stuff. It's nice jazz rap. Quality stuff, if you ask me. And then everything in its right place. No, everything is a little bit too much to this side. In 2023, okay. Do you have any inclination? Like, do you remember what you thought of it? You thought it was average. Damn. All right, fair enough. Gave it an average rating. You have all your music reviews cataloged, or like how you yeah. That's pretty smart. Then you can do shit like what you just did. On Rate Your Music. Ah. There's a Letterboxd. There's a My Anime list for music. Of course there is. been using it for 10 years. That's nice too. So I've been using the same system like that for a long time. All the data contained within, all the knowledge of your music tastes. Nope, wrong, bad. Okay, let me try again. Also, let me just check here. Yeah, we're doing like fine. We're doing like fine. But you can tell that I'm not really getting the likeness on this one. Doesn't really look like her. I was reading that we see so much graphic design, you really need to be different to grab people's attention. Music's the same. Yeah. Well, it's like, okay. It takes a lot for something to interest you. I see. Maybe that's the case more and more the more you've been exposed to. It could be so flawless, but just similar to stuff you've heard before, and suddenly it's not interesting. I guess so. It also just depends, like, what you're looking for in music. If you're looking for something new and different from anything you've ever heard before, that's definitely the case, right? It's kind of like the friend of mine uses the metaphor of vanilla, like ice cream a lot. Good ice cream. And then he goes, well, like a really good vanilla ice cream to most people is still like a really good experience. Though of course, if you're like what's that called? The food sign guys, gastronomy? What's the So yeah, like you're a gastronomy kind of guy. Bubblegum is the metaphor, right? All I'm saying is like a super gourmet food enthusiast gastronomy type of guy. He might be bored by. Oh, but that's the thing. If the vanilla ice cream is prepared interestingly, is done differently, then he'll like it too. But like just like a really good vanilla ice cream would probably bore like a gourmet cook. But the broad public would definitely mess with that. And then yes, if you're trying to serve the expert that's seen it all already, then you're gonna need like either a bubblegum flavor or like a something that's been chilled with liquid nitrogen or something. But I mean, also that friend of mine who I'm talking about, he started saying this when we started education. So his tastes were those of a student. And I have experienced talking to him more recently that he's kind of over really good vanilla ice cream. Like in the beginning, he was the kind of guy who could really appreciate, oh, this is just like a really good drawing that works because these kind of drawings work. And it's seen before, but it's well executed. And when I've talked to him recently, he has more evolved to be like, well, no, he likes like lightning in a bottle. It has to capture something special and something new for him to really mess with it. So I guess it's just, yeah, the tastes of the novice or the layman are just more simple, typically. Enjoying a weird song because it has cool textures. Yeah, well, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I wouldn't imagine that you'd like a song exclusively for having cool textures. If the ratio of dissonance consonants isn't also appealing to you. If it's not interesting or appealing to you melodically, would you really enjoy a song just for good textures? She's not the type of person to have those dramatic bottom lashes. Doesn't fit. Well, yeah, hard to boil it down to one thing. Fair enough, fair enough. So on one hand, what I'm doing here kind of doesn't work if they don't look like the people that I'm drawing. And this girl especially, she's in the movie for like 5 to 10 seconds, so I don't think you'll realize. It's not like it's that's gotta be that girl because she's in there too. But I don't have the patience, the will to try and sit here and get like a super tight likeness, because it's just not what I'm working on. So we'll have to accept that she just like doesn't super look like herself. Almost all music is a combo of those things. Impossible to separate the package of rhythm, frequency, timbre. Easy to say some songs are mostly about rhythm or mostly chordal. Same possible with texture. I see what you're saying. I guess more what I was trying to say is if it's like particularly bad in terms of chords, texture won't save it. You can have different focal points in a song. But I take your point that a song like that wouldn't resonate as much with like a less experienced audience, because the main appeal is somewhere where they wouldn't be looking. Definitely the same way with art. I'm trying to teach my mate, one of my friends, to draw, my roommate actually. And so we've been looking at art that I like, art that he likes, talking about it once in a while. You know, one of the things that'll happen is I'll look at a piece and I'll go, damn, this is masterful. This is some of my favorite art at the moment, one of my favorite drawings in this particular discipline. And he'll just find it like decidedly unappealing, and that's because the appeal will be hidden. Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes we just have different tastes, but sometimes it'll be like the appeal is hidden in one of those categories of art that you only really get if you've like worked at it and studied it for a while, because it's just like a matter of something that takes a lot of skill to do, or is rarely done, or whatever in a drawing. Or some fundamental that is just so insanely good. That's a lot of the art I like, is just like people's fundamentals are so stupidly good that you're like, how does one even... That it's just like a testament to the amount of hours spent. I like seeing that a lot. And that's because like it's aspirational, or I don't know, I really like the idea of being good at my craft. And so seeing other people being really good at my craft, that blows me away. I heard a music producer say he doesn't like actual pop music, but the mixing is so impressive, he enjoys it. I see. Yeah. At least that has in common with what I just talked about, that no layman is gonna get that. No layman is gonna go, oh, I don't like how repetitive this pop song is, but man, the mixing, the side chaining are so on point. The side chains are so on point that, man, The normies aren't gonna say that. I went in a bit of a wrong direction for this face. It's supposed to soften and round it more. That should have been a big part of the stylization. Instead, I went sharp and swoopy as I always do. I think that's why I lost some of the likeness. Oh, I have coffee. Give me a second. It's cold now, but it is still coffee. Just write Supergirl on her forehead. Everyone will know. Oh, that's why she's there. Okay, I see. That makes sense now. Who knows? Maybe the hair will sell it. And like the hair color. Halfway through the stream and we've drawn one face? Yeah, it seems about right. Alright. Copes, it's Monday. We're doing more polished faces. A third cope. Good. All right. Okay, sick. Just took like 5 seconds for my PC or the window itself to close like a pop-up window that popped up on my PC like an advertisement, and the way it closed was like it scrolled slowly towards the bottom of the screen until it disappeared. Okay, you. Did I not grab some extra reference of you? There we go. I did. The hawk girl actor. I have no idea. We'll figure it out later. Like the head shape. It's tricky because I can't see it on this reference, and I don't have any other reference from that same angle. Definitely like a shorter face. Oh, right. Yeah, fine, fine. So much screen in my eyes. That's the life, I guess. I think her face starts to lean inwards more after the nose, or at least doesn't go that much out as what I had going on. See, that's not okay. Try that again. Just do confident marks. You have an eye that looks sort of like that. Just put it in with confidence. What's the rhythms in this nose? I see something like... And I know we're just gonna be drawing the mask over top, but there's no reason... Like if I'm doing face practice, there's no reason for me to draw half a face just because I can get away with it in the final. Okay. I like doing like big powerful brows. If I can fit them in there, I will. like without losing too much of the likeness. Or the appeal. And I think we can in this case. A little bit more forward. There you go. Of course, not a lot of expression in this specific phase. It's just like dramatic, staring off into the distance kind of vibes. I guess that's an expression, but it's just the most neutral one. Typically easier to capture staring off into the distance than it is to capture like a good smile or something. All right, there's a face. I did the classic mistake of making the far eye too small. Also don't know that I fully believe the shape of the cheek. But alas, I think we're calling it good enough. Is this a different layer, right? Sick. We got him. Old chat message, I saw you now. Can we evolve some better eyes for computer screen? Come on. We must have had him for like, or we have had him for like several decades already, man. Can it really be true that evolution is this slow? Several decades. And we're not going to stop using them just because they kill our eyes. And then we try to keep the, this is the order. So somewhere like here. It's a little bit, you're a little bit low this entire side of the face. And the hawk girl mask looks so stupid for live action. Which, of course, if you know me, that means I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Love me some stupid design. Way too much for what's good for me. Wait, no. Okay, we're good, we're good. But you also look, wait, hold on. First of all, lower you. And then it's like, I just drew everything a little bit skewed for this one. You need to be way lower. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. We're a little bit unclear on the construction of the mask. Thinking we just do like something. And then probably no one's gonna look that closely at it. Heyo! What's up, Timios? How you doing? Doing good, I hope. Doing good, I hope. Just woke up, my G. Have a good weekend. And then there's a little bit of like a detail like here, doing just a little something, something. Just put that in. Haven't caught a stream in a while? Probably not. A little while, small while. Can I? Yes, very close. Very close. Give me a second. Yes. Okay. Not fully what we wanted to do, but close. How am I? Good. Good. Little tired, but you know, we'll get after it. We'll get after it. Yeah, fine. About right. Good on sleeping hours? Yeah, I am actually. Well, I guess not fully. Yesterday was good. Got my 8 hours. Day before yesterday, I think was like 7:30, 7:45 hours. I mean, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to being golden. Maybe I need to catch up like a little bit because I've been doing 7:30 for a little while, but it's not. I mean, it's not bad for sure. Guess it's slightly suboptimal. I'm willing to admit that. And then the hair. Oh, okay, let's just apply this mask. It's a little bigger, her hair. Who are these characters? Well, I'll give you the hint of seeing all of them at once, and then maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. And then after you've stewed a little bit, I will give you the answer. They are not thunderbolts. You're thinking in the right direction, though. I don't know, not super excited about how this helmet ended up, but it's fine. It's the new Superman. So true. You got him. Got him in 2. That's Hawk Girl. It is indeed. It is indeed Hawk Girl. Hawk Tua Girl. Good night, y'all. Going to bed. Imagine the restraint it took me. That's the first time. I've been drawing Hawk Girl for an hour. I guess that's not true. 30 minutes, that's the first time I've done that. I used to watch Justice League for a bit. Only for Flash. Gordon! That's another one. That's a different one. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's alright. It's alright. Now, she's supposed to be a little smaller. And Guy here is supposed to be a little bigger. Well, first we can delete that. There's no way this is Haktua? Yeah. And spit on that thing. It's the first time I did the joke. How do I, what's the likeness here? What am I doing wrong? A little less brow, actually. Lift this. You're chronically on offline. Any memes you hear from oh, I see. I see. It's an older meme. It's an older meme. I'm also quite out of the loop in terms of memes and stuff. It's just there's this one streamer that I don't even really watch a lot anymore, but I used to, and he's been single-handedly upping my meme game by like 1,000%. A reaction streamer? No. Video games and banter. Video games and dolls. You know, word dolls, band dolls, dolls. So big, yeah. He didn't like react to content, so it's not that he played the memes, it's more like he would reference them. He's a big reference-ler. Which is what I'm trying to do with my streaming as well, my streaming banter. At least some of the time. Alright. And then, I don't know, I guess this is my bad. For the Superman, I should have done... Not that, but you know. You know what I'm saying. And then I should have carved in like this. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Northern Lion is the guy. Northern Lion. It's good. It's fun. Good streamer. I like. Of course, don't take my recommendation because you need to stay and watch this streamer, obviously. No! No, I'm kidding. He's good. Doing your last portrait today, and tomorrow it's done. Okay, then what's next? Learning the handstand? The kendama? Conquering the world? Becoming TikTok famous? I mean, if you're not doing portraits, you gotta find something to spend your time on. They're actually equal. Whoops. Okay, there we go. What the fuck is up? Yeah, I see. You haven't read the October prompt for Jens's challenge yet. I see. I see. He does month by month. So did you do a full month of a portrait a day? Yes, nice. Grats. Grats. You really like the consistency of drawing every day, even a little? Yeah, me too. It's nice. Though I fucked it up day before yesterday. I didn't draw at all. How am I ever gonna be a good artist? I'm screwed. Can't have days like that. Or maybe you can. Maybe it's fine. I feel like that's the eternal struggle of someone trying to get better at something at a, you know, quick pace. Because that's the goal, right? The goal is rapid improvement. And so that means that every time I fail, or every time I don't perform something that I think I could have, or every time I see my own limits, it's like, damn, I could have done better. Someone could have done better, right? That's what it is, even, because you can be doing your best, You'll still have the devil on your shoulder, like someone else could have done that. Someone else could have been there. You just got to learn to accept that, well, you're not someone else. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. And then you go, fine, it's fine to have off days. Most people do. And then you go, I'm not most people, no, but I am people, so. It's all good, it's all chill. No such thing, no such thing. What's the dimensions of this one? Edit canvas size. 2160. It's not fully square. It's like 2160 divided by 4 is 540. And then we get to 2700. 2700. Yeah. 2160 by 2700. That's a 4x5 canvas. Or 5x4. Yeah, that's what it is. How dark is her hair? I guess you could stylize it as black. Partly, or you could definitely put in some black, some darker inks in here. balances the weight a little bit better. Is the rapid learning something to help you join the industry or a goal in general for me? Well, so yeah, it's both. I would like to, the big thing is I'd like to get as good as at drawing as far as possible towards that goal of being able to draw really anything I care to draw from imagination. That's kind of the goal, right? Draw and design anything I care to draw and design from imagination. And then just, yeah. So get, and that's a lofty goal. So the idea is get as far towards that as possible within my lifetime. And so that requires rapid learning. Anything where you say as far as possible means, well, you gotta go fast. So that's definitely, that's the idea. Is generally I'd like to be learning fast. The fastest possible pace that is still sustainable. That's how I try to think of it. Like that's the goal. Lift you a little bit. Lower you a little bit. Number them a little bit. $17. 18. And then part of the aesthetic is just that the numbers are really ugly because I can't write pretty, or I don't. Cool. You're asking because you think it's a great drive to have that can help you maintain your consistency and achieve your goal, but can also make you be harsh on yourself if not controlled. Yeah, for sure. That's the whole challenge, right? That's why I like these movies about ambition. That's why I am the way I am. And some days are hard because some days you let go of yourself and you go a little bit too harsh. And then you just try to rein it in and try to make sure that you are. I usually say to myself that I want to be strict with myself, not hard on myself. I want to push myself. I want to sit down. I want to do what I want to do. I want to do what I say I'll do. I want that drive. I want to keep going. And that comes through like a strictness with myself. Well, no, if I say I want to be disciplined, if I say I want to do this thing, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to sit down and draw for 2 hours every morning and 3 hours every evening on stream. So I'm strict with myself, On good days, most days, I am not hard on myself. I'm able to forgive when I don't push beyond that. I'm able to forgive when I have a bit of a bad day and damn, I feel too tired to draw any more today. And I don't. Or I take an hour off early from stream because it really feels like I have to. I forgive those things. I forgive those days. And then I move on and I go back to being strict with myself and keeping my discipline. That's how I keep the drive and the discipline without being too harsh on myself. And definitely for me, if I make a mistake, like if there's a misstep I tend to make more than the other, it's being too harsh on myself. Like that's where I lean. And then that just means that my mental cue for myself is like, don't be hard on yourself. Be strict with yourself, not hard on yourself. I need to rein it in. Other people need to push themselves more. So it's also like finding out where on that spectrum between too much relaxation and too much work do you fall, and then find a cue that works for you to correct yourself in the right direction. All right. This Superman, my files personal. We can put Twitch. Feels like a good balance. Yeah, and to me it feels like a good balance as well. That's why I use that specific phrase, right? It's about finding something that works for you as well. Okay. And with that, we will end today's stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one, potentially.